Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen with you. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. Yeah. Okay, so how's that going?
Great.
Okay, thank you. So what I want to talk to you today about is an inclusive journey. A lot of time we hear the word inclusive, but question, are we really inclusive? Yeah. So yoga is one of the ways I think there's something for everybody, every type of body, an old body, a young body, a body that doesn't work as well as the next body. So I think the possibilities are endless, and it's all the components. What makes yoga so special can be enjoyed by all. So we look at breathing patterns, movements, reflex integration, vocalization, relaxation, all of it's there. So that's also very special for me. So a little bit about me. I am very passionate about possibilities of movement, and I like to explore this. So this is also one of the things that makes me very curious to see how yoga can help. And I talk the talk because I also have a disabled child, and having a loved one with a lot of challenges already makes it emotionally very, very difficult. And with the current situation, the accessibility to get regular therapy becomes a little bit more difficult. A lot of people stuck in the house, you've got to work from home, you may have other kids, so it can get overwhelming. But how about if we include everybody in a movement practice? And that can be therapy at the same time. But I've got a caveat here that yoga does not substitute for professional physiotherapy or occupational therapy. So you still need to check in with your regular therapist, and you may see a lot of similarities in the yoga practice with what you do. So being a parent of a child with a lot of special challenges, it can be very frustrating and overwhelming at times. So a lot of the times we wonder, are the people around us seeing things from our perspective 24/7 with them? And how creative can we be to help our loved one? So think about it. And I always like this question, what if? We don't know for sure, but I think we should always ask, what if? So along the way, muscles that most of the time need work are the hamstring, which is at the back of the leg, core activation. This is for almost all disabilities. Rotations where you have to turn, you need to open a door, you need to comb your hair, you need a rotation. Balance, adductors and abductors, arm flexors or extensors, because you need to stretch them. The diaphragm, which is a very large muscle around your whole body, and your thoracic cage, because that area helps you lift. So I challenge you, try a very simple yoga practice and make it joyous. Because with young children, they relate if things are fun, they relate to songs, and even if they have no speech, they will often try to vocalize. And you'll see that in the video that we're going to show later on. Songs are just sound currents that vibrate through the body and help you with breath. Speech and vocalization is an expiration. It's all right, it's a breath out. And when you do that, it also helps with diaphragm expansion and thoracic expansion. So you're able to help the body just simply by singing songs, singing mantras. A big component about yoga, and a very, very huge component about children with disabilities, be it a physical disability, a mental disability, even autism. Breath work is very important, because when you breathe, if you're all hunched up and crouched up, but if you breathe, you're able to lengthen up your body, and that helps with posture and alignment. It also helps with respiration and opens up your chest. So you see those little diagrams at the bottom, where when you breathe in and you breathe out, how there is movement around that rib cage. So when you do that, you also help nerve function. You also help oxygenate all the cells. So that in itself, so simple. If all you need to do is breathing exercise, there's a lot of help that goes on there, and you help with executive function and all the motor activities. It helps definitely with emotional tones and self-regulation. How many times do you have when you have an issue and people will tell you, breathe? Like just now, trying to get into the Zoom. Oh, I had to breathe a little bit because I was getting very anxious. Now, strategies that can help. When we hear about breathing, okay, we all breathe, otherwise we'd be dead, right? So let's talk respiration here. So rib cage mobility. So we're looking at that rib cage. So I've put little drawing there. So we need to get that nice and soft. The intercostal muscles, the muscles that are in between the bones, it's like an accordion, need to move up and down. How else do you move it but with your breath? So there are a lot of things you can do, and I put some of these here, and I hope you'll be able to see them in the video. It's done in a very subtle, very gentle kind of way. So dynamic shoulder and hip co-contraction. So bringing those together, the rib cage is free. You have extensions where you move up, you move upwards, hands go up, you come out, that whole rib cage moves. When it goes up, it elongates. When it comes down, there is an expansion as well. Twists. You need to have twists, as I said earlier, combing your hair, eating, reaching for things. Abdominal activation. We all hear work that core. So you do need that, because fundamentally that's also what allows for the movement, for you to go forward, stand up. So lots of things. 4-point kneels, one of them. That is a prequel to being able to stand up. Laughing, chants, songs. So just using a lot of sound currents. And I put here, You can't sometimes get it together as an om, but you might get them separately. And then you can work towards stringing them together. Upper chest activation. So we activate both top part as well as the bottom. So here you need to look at postures that will enhance the extension of the spine, external shoulder rotation and elevation, that it comes up, you're not droopy and hanging down, and of course that shoulder stability. Any posture where you're prone on your elbows, or you're prone, so you're lying on your tummy and your arms are over your head. Humming sounds, just bzz, all those kind of sounds. If you try it, you'll actually feel it right in there. Then we go to the greater diaphragm breathing. Any kind of postures where there is flexion of the spine, so you move up and down, cat, cow, or anything where that spine has an opportunity to move. Anything where the head and shoulders are supported with a pose, and you get a slight posterior, so your pelvis moves slightly backwards, so you get that little bit of arch in your back, and it pulls up at your diaphragm. Sound play, sniffing, and you know what? Try it with me. So you might link it to a yoga breath that you're doing, maybe a doggy sniffing, and there you're pumping that diaphragm, grunting, growling, and and then you feel it. Any kind of low sound, barking, whoop, there you go. You pump that diaphragm. Power sounds, you see it in karate or martial arts. When they're trying to get something, it's yeah, that's a power sound. And if you try it, you'll really find that it pushes up at the diaphragm. Don't be shy lah, try. So other areas where yoga could help is your sensory system. So smell, sight, taste, interoception, hearing, vestibular, that's your sense of balance, but it's also linked to your ear canals. Proprioception are in all the joints and the muscles. It tells you where you are. And of course, tactile is your sense of touch. So the sensory system actually is quite important because you have to think about your balance and your equilibrium when we talk about the vestibular system, the near sense and the far sense. So near whatever you have from inside and far whatever comes from outside. Proprioception is your muscle and joint awareness, and it tells you where your body position is. So it is not necessary only persons that can't have challenges moving or sitting. It could be those with autism where they're all over the place. They don't quite know. So this is really important. And interoception is your inner state. You know, it affects your organs. The sense of being hungry. Are you really hungry? This sort of thing. This is a very big topic, but I just wanted you to be aware that this is an important part. Reflex integration. We're all born with reflexes, and then a lot of primitive reflexes that we're born with. But for example, coming out of the birth canal where we have to, the babies have to come out. And these are involuntary, they're within us, but as we grow older, they should mature. In some circumstances, they don't mature, so it becomes fairly difficult to do certain things. But this integration also includes writing balances. You might have come across persons which don't have a very good sense of balance, which fall over things easily. Persons with cerebral palsy, which have difficulty sitting up or standing up. So it's the ability of the body to correct it. So if we're going to fall, and if your reflexes are integrated, you know that you can come up to get your balance. Yeah, so it's that reaction which uses the arms and the legs, all your outer extremities, to correct. And that's a little baby there, which has an ATNR reflex, which is fencer's position, which is, I put this particular one because it's probably the one that we see most obviously. So I want you to think about all these things that I've said, and let's watch these two stories and see if you can find any of this in the videos, like, aha, oh, she's doing that, they're doing that. And at the end of the day, whenever you work with children, feel free to use your imagination. Don't look for perfection. You know, you want things a little bit better, look at progression. We take step by step. And more than anything, I think it's really important you remember what the elements of yoga are and try and stay with that. But more than anything, when you work with children, it should always be joyous, because every type of body, whatever it is, however it presents, every life does deserve joy and love. So yeah, I hope you will enjoy those videos. I'd like to just say that none of this was rehearsed, because it was intentionally done that nobody really knew what they were going to do. So this is all very raw, very natural. You have to forgive my coughing. I'm post-COVID, so I'm doing that a lot. It's annoying. And yeah, okay, take it away, Harsha. Breathe.
Okay.
So how does the sun wake up? Let's rub our hands together. Rub, 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 rub. Rub, 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 rub. Alicia, rub, 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 rub. Sampai panas. Rub, 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 rub. And then you put your hand up. Up, up, up. And then matahari macam mana? Besar. Wow, matahari besarnya. So big. 1, 2, 3, big. Yeah? This is Mr. Sun. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, shining down on me. Very big matahari. So, apa warna Alicia suka? Purple also same as Fezia. Wow. So, Fezia will look around and she said, oh, the beautiful flowers blooming. And near the flowers were butterflies. Who has seen a butterfly? What color is your butterfly? Fezia liked the yellow butterfly. Green butterfly. Yes, okay. I like yellow butterflies. So let's fly like butterflies. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to put our feet like this. Catching our feet together. Our socks should come off. Let's follow. Fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly in the sky. Fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly in the sky. And then the butterfly is so tired from flying, so the butterfly must rest. Tired, rest like a butterfly, rest like a butterfly, rest like a butterfly when you're tired. And then already rested, you must wake up. You must stretch out. And then you're going to stretch your butterfly wings. So hold your leg and stretch. And then stretch the other butterfly wing. And who can stretch both butterfly wings together at the same time? 1, 2, stretch, stretch. All right. And now the butterfly already woke up. So we're going to fly again. This time we're going to fly with our legs. Fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly in the sky. Fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly in the sky. And then the butterfly saw all these flowers, but you know what they also saw? Bumblebees. Bumblebees. Who knows what is a bumblebee? Siapa tahu bumblebee? Yes. And the bumblebee was flying. And run, get up and run, in and out. Stand up. No, straight. Bumblebee, straight. Straight. No, straight. Just take up around the mat, in and out of the mat. Faster. Circles. Stretch your arms out. Stretch. 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 Yeah. Oh, fine. And they go and rest on the flower. And Fezia was so happy, so put your hand out. Everybody got a bee. I'm taking home a baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm taking home a baby bumblebee. Put your hand to the ear. Make sound. After, tak boleh dengar. I can't hear you. And the bumblebee flew away. And Fezia said, oh, the bumblebee flew, but I want the bumblebee. So Fezia followed the bumblebee, and it went down to the river. So those that can run will run, and Fezia was running. Run. Get up and run. Run. And the bumblebee landed on a flower on the duck's head. Where's your head? Oh, there was a flower there, and the bumblebee landed, and Fezia was like, wow. 2 little ducks that I once knew, fat duck, skinny duck, there were 2, but the one little duck with the flower on the head ruled the other with a quack, quack, quack. So now we're going to go into a squat position. We're going to wobble to and fro. But the one little duck with the flower on his head moved so slowly. Why did the duck move slowly and gently? Because it didn't want the bee to fly away. It was very, very happy that the bee was on top. Why? Because the bee is going to get nectar to make honey. Yes. So Fezia was so tired running after the duck. And she was very, very happy that she could see all her friends. So she had to sit down nicely with her legs crossed. Slowly and gently you blow. Just help me. Catch. Oh, and catch it. Yeah. Let's see how you do it quietly. Yes, Asa. Very nice. Oh. Oh, yes. Clever girl. Everybody is blowing their feathers so nicely and try to catch it. That's it. And Fezia was very, very happy, and she went home to tell her mom, big basket, and let's put the basket here. Here. Hold the basket here. And let's walk to the forest. Walk and walk and left, right, left, right. Oh, let's change to the other side. Left, right, left, right. There were so many berries on the tree. So reach up, high up. Take the berry and put it in your basket. And let's take another berry, high, and put it in the basket. And then very low, take the berry and put it in your basket again. Oh, my basket is heavy. Put it to the other side. Bend down. And put your basket on the other side. Oh, the basket is getting heavy. But Fezia was very sad. She wanted to have some friends. So She thought, oh, I really want to have some friends to play. But this was a magical forest. And in the forest, over here on the side of our leg, that's it, well done, mommy. And the trees were swaying in the wind. Yes, very nice. Yes, thank you. And now we have to do it with the other foot. The other side. The other side, we have 2 legs, 3. Yes.
I'm just going to skip ahead.
And you see you do the elephant. You see you do the elephant. I say woo. Woo. Elephant. And you see you do the kangaroo. See you do the kangaroo. I say bounce, 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 kangaroo. Dial. And you see you do the crocodile. And you see you do the crocodile. I say snap, 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 snap. But there were more animals. Go back. He's going for a big ride. Whose baby is going for a big ride? Yeah? Big. Now close your eyes. Tutup mata. And rock yourself up. 1, 2, 3, yes! Cassandra got up first. Up. Yes, Asan. Up. Everybody got up. Woohoo! And let's take a big circle. And let's go again. Once more. And now put your hand here and look to everybody and say thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Fezia. That was such a fantastic class.
Well, any questions on anything? Did anybody see any of the things that we talked about? So even if it was very playful, there were a lot of the elements that were there. And the class that were there, we had one neurotypical child, we had 3 with cerebral palsy, and 1 with ADHD. So after we finished the class, they actually all asked when they could have another. And mom said they were at home singing Fly Like a Butterfly and the Bumblebee. In fact, all of them. And the little boy that was outside the circle, we put him outside because he generally, anything that's in a group, he will start crying. He's an only child and he can't deal with other people. He can't deal with sound. But as you could see from his face, he was just smiling all the time and very, very happy with it. We skipped the meditation part, which is quite a sweet meditation, the Ma meditation, but he was actually vocalizing it the whole time. And this little boy has no speech. And I use little simple toys like this. Okay.
If no one has a question, I actually wanted to just add, if I can, it was just so nice to see the playful element with music and a lot of that self-expression, expressive arts, which is actually what makes the whole experience a lot of fun for children, because they feel like they're just playing and they don't really realize it's a very serious therapy behind it.
Yes, exactly. But that's a child's work. The child's work is to play.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we need to honor that.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you so much for your time. If anybody here has any questions for Fezia, you can email anybody at Yaman. Will connect you directly with her. I'm putting in our email address here. Just send us an email and we will connect you directly with Fezia. You can find out about the wonderful work she does at Amir's gym. And you can also check them out on the website. Fezia, thank you so much for this enlightening presentation. The replays will be available for 3 months after. So definitely, we'll load the full video on the replay so you can take a chance to watch the whole thing.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks so much. And we'll see you at a future event. Take care.
Yes.
Bye.